In my video, Hearing Aids versus Eyeglasses, I talked about how good communication strategies are really essential for success with hearing aids. So here are our top 10 tips on how to best communicate with someone who has hearing loss. It's really important to emphasize that communication is a two-way street. So both the listener and the talker are equal partners in practicing good communication strategies. So I want you to pause this video and grab maybe a loved one, someone at home, a roommate, a friend, someone that you talk with frequently so they can listen to these tips as well. Number one is speak clearly, not too fast or too slow, and talk in a normal tone of voice. So again, in the hearing aids versus eyeglasses video, I talked about how louder does not always mean that things will be clearer to the listener. Number two is very important. You want to make sure that you have the listener's attention before you begin talking to them. I know we're all victims of talking to someone from another room, but when someone has hearing loss, it's really important to get their attention before you begin talking to them. Number three is in that same vein. When you do have their attention, be sure that you are looking at the listener when you begin speaking to them. So people with hearing loss rely heavily on visual cues such as lip reading and emotions to help them better understand what other people are saying. Number four is stay out of the shadows and keep light on your face while you're talking. So again, people with hearing loss rely heavily on visual cues like lip reading, so make sure that your face is clear and visible to them. Number five, show your face while talking. Avoid chewing gum, drinking, or eating. So by covering your mouth, chewing, all of those things can take away from those visual cues that people with hearing loss really rely on to hear well. Number six is avoid background noise in reverberant rooms like the kitchen. So I know at my house during the holidays, everyone tends to congregate in the kitchen. Both other people talking as well as those hard surfaces in the kitchen can make things really difficult for people with hearing loss to understand what's going on. So try moving to another room like the living room that has softer surfaces, maybe less people, if you're really trying to have a conversation with someone. Number seven is position yourself within 3 to 6 feet of the person you're talking to. So really the most realistic range with hearing aids is about 8 to 10 feet. But if you really want to practice good communication, 3 to 6 feet is really the best range for conversation. And confirm understanding with your listener or the person that you're talking to. So some people are a little shyer or might kind of bluff if they're not sure what's going on. But if it seems like the listener is bluffing a little bit or might not be following along, go ahead and kind of ask them, make sure that what you're saying is clear to them. And number nine, rephrase if the listener did not understand what you said. So try saying something a different way. Finally, number 10, ask the listener what you can do as a talker and a partner in communication to make the message easier for them to understand. People with hearing loss develop lots of different coping strategies to help them hear better, and they may have an idea of what will work best for them. So go ahead and ask. So again, people with hearing loss and their communication partners are equally responsible for good communication. Now, I know old habits die hard, but keys to success and developing good communication strategies are patience, time, and effort to break those bad habits and start developing good communication techniques and habits. If you want a paper copy of these tips, maybe to put on your fridge at home, be sure to ask us the next time that you're in the office.